Welcome back, guys. Our next question is: you ever been dumped because of a situation where you refuse to have sex with your partner in that relationship? Maybe this girl told you it's until then, or this gent was very patient with you and you got bored. So, are there scenarios like this in the general world? Can people get dumped because of not having sex in a relationship? So, hey, let me come to James too.
In today's world, people are dumped due to sex. Why? Maybe you meet your partner, so maybe now you agree to have a relationship. But now, we have some tribes, they believe that sex is only meant for married people. So maybe now a man may want to test drive before entering into
the marriage,
the marriage bond. But now the lady may not be comfortable with it because from the community she comes from, maybe it is haikubaliki. So they are taught that sex is only done after you are wedded. During the honeymoon, you will have your sex from that day. Now the man will be not comfortable to have such lady because the man is interested to test drive first, to know if the lady is capable of satisfying him or not. But now the lady will not agree. So
in such a case,
the man will not continue the relationship. Maybe
in such a case, the man will just get bored and dump the lady. Frank,
the man will run away.
Frank, in the real world, are people getting dumped because of not having sex?
I would like to say yes, but I would rather advise people to get dumped rather than having sex before marriage. Because for sure, if someone cannot wait for you till you marry, that person will always be a problem to you. Because one point, that person lacks patience. And the one thing that I would like to advise people not to have sex before marriage is because that when you engage into sex with someone, there is that spiritual bond. There is another spiritual attachment that you attach yourself to, such that, sex was meant for married people. People who are spiritually bound together. So if you engage in sex with someone, know that that person should be your wife automatically. Because sex is meant for married people. And once you're not married, why have sex?
Okay.
What for?
Okay, so let me contradict from my friend's point. You say that sex is meant for married men. That's true. And that's how it should be.
So you have said that's true.
That's how it should be. But now, you see, there's some marriages, because I have a clue of 2 to 3 marriages which were terminated due to this issue of sex. The man could not satisfy the woman. The woman filed the divorce, then the marriage was terminated. So also, they happen in marriage. So the marriage may be terminated due to this issue of sex.
You said very well that because of sex, the man was not satisfying the woman.
Yeah.
Why? Because the woman had already tested these things outside there. And now she knew very well that this man now is not reaching where others were reaching. There is that point as a woman, you feel now, because you have tested all different sizes and maybe that hii inafikanga pale, you've tested all these stuff. Sasa umekuja umepata, this man even doesn't reach me to orgasm or whatever.
Hakuna moja universal.
Sasa now you feel like, I'm in wrong marriage. And that's why we advise young men and women outside there to do this act when they are already married. Because utakuwa na hiyo experience ya kusema kwamba this man doesn't satisfy me because by the way unajua hapo ndio inafikanga ama ndio ifiki. But because ulikuwa washaonja vitu na washakufikisha different levels with also technology ambayo iko hapa na nini, ukapata all those satisfactions na nini zimefanya umefika into marriage, you see your man or your husband as a useless person. You see, so the thing ni kwamba as a young man or a woman who is out there, just abstain from sex until uoleke ama uoe, ili kwamba you have your own experience.
Enoch, I understand that, and I'm looking into today's scenario. We have youth who, I think some high school teacher was actually talking. I don't know whether it's ill or it's the truth. He was telling them there are people in this parade ground who have had sex many times than even the married couple. So you
That's
you
true.
can see, actually, that was a teacher back then in high school. You can imagine
That one's out
there
of
is
the
that
mind.
scenario outside here. The other time we were talking about body count, and trust you me, it's a real headache outside here. There are these youth who've had sex quite a long time until they even I think they have surpassed even those who have married. The only difference is that marriage is something that is sacred between just you and your wife.
Yeah, sure. And another dangerous thing that you can do as a youth
Mhm.
who is yet to get married, another dangerous thing unaweza fanya ni kuonja first. When you do so, ukiingia kwa marriage, okay, some may not divorce, but mtakaa pale mkihanyana. Very true,
Nyinyi
because
wote.
kama utosheki kwa nyumba,
Utaenda nje.
obvious utaenda nje, so utakuwa na healthy marriage kwako, because now umeanza kuingiza mambo mengine katika ndoa yako, you see. But Mungu akisema kwamba it was meant for married people, alikuwa anataka kujua kwamba ili kwamba iendelee kwa unganisha, and that's why I said in my first point kwamba that sex was meant for procreation and unity between the husband and the wife. Hii kitu inaunganisha pamoja, like you cannot go outside, because you are drinking water from your own well.
Well, wow, Charles,
Yes.
in today's world, you have experience or from friends, people getting dumped because of not having sex?
Not only getting dumped, but also discrimination.
Wow.
Yes,
Discrimination too.
you are dumped and you are hated. Why? Because of my curiosity to get to know what lies in between the legs, and because of your good stand to say no, then the no will bring a kind of guilty. Ni kama sijafikia yale malengo ambayo nilikuwa nayo kwako. Na kwa sababu ya hili sasa chuki pia inajiongezea. When do I say so? You will be seen, just as I said previously. I said I believe I will not be seen as though I am primitive. But when it comes to being dumped, you are dumped, discriminated, hated, and unachukiwa. Not kuchukiwa, but unatusiwa. But we take this as normalcies for the sake of Christ. So people get dumped, people get hated, and many other things happen in addition to the dumping.
Wow. So Enoch, tutachagua hii mapenzi ama tu nidampiwe? Sababu personally I just love this girl too much. She really wants to have it with me. I'm not ready. I don't want it. Will I risk being dumped ama tu nijaribu? You see?
First, if you love your body,
Yes, I love my body
if
and
you
I love
your
that
body
girl too.
and you have Christ in you, remember, Bible says that your body is the temple of God. So if you do it as she is requesting you, you are defiling the temple of God. So you rather get dumped than defiling the temple of God.
Okay.
You better remain pure.
So I
In
better
fact, you'll
keep
be
crying.
dumped. I tell you, you'll be dumped, and God will bring you another person that you'll even say, "Oh, kumbe ule atakuwa chini." Now this is the person.
This is the real
This
deal.
is the real deal.
Hey.
I was once in a relationship,
Mm-hmm.
and I had thought that I had gotten myself a beautiful woman whom I thought to be my future wife. And I was like, oh wow, she has everything that you can look.
Anyone would want
Anyone would want from a woman.
to my satisfaction.
But when tuliachana, you see, it was like painful on my side. But I came to realize kwamba no, she was not meant for me. Actually, see you later nilikuwa nafikiria. Now the person I got, you're the real person. So you better get dumped than defiling the temple of God.
Wow. Hey,
They normally
mpaka
say-
after
They normally normally say God will let bad things to happen
For good things
for
too.
good things to come on your way.
Hey, I'm telling you. So my people, you've heard the panelists. You've heard the conclusion to what you should choose. It's up to you. Do you have any experience? Do you want to share it with us? Kindly do down here on the comment section, or just call that number and we will feature you in one of our shows. You give us your experience of how you got dumped simply because of saying no to sex at the wrong time. So we are still coming back. We'll go for a very short commercial break with another question. Stay tuned.
Youth of Light, shining light to the youth.